So I want to be completely open and honest with everybody that watches my channel and follows my social media. It isn't all sunshine and rainbows. This past week, been some great highs, some great progress being made, but also some pretty big lows, just personally really in my head. So we're going to go through some of that and I'll kind of detail what's happened this week in this episode. Hello, and thanks for joining me on another episode of The Recovering Entrepreneur. For those that are new here, my name's Luke Garnsworthy. I used to be the CEO and founder of Crockers Tring and Crockers Henley, two little restaurants which up until November 2022 were operational. Unfortunately, things went wrong and the business came to a halt. And I am now documenting my return to business. Very open and honest, and fingers crossed few people out there can learn from what I do, maybe the good things I do, and also some of the mistakes I make, and so hopefully you won't have to make them as well. For those of you coming back for another episode, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for everyone that watched last episode. It means a lot to me. I had some great comments, some fantastic constructive feedback, which I'm always open to, so please do leave a comment below, and I will read them and reply. So as I touched on, this week has had some really great progress being made. We made some big steps with the Cookie Slice company. I'll go into more detail on that shortly. It's on the content creation side, and obviously I'm always studying, so the web development is coming along slowly but surely. Some real lows, sort of personally, just for those that watched last episode, you'll know that in November or shortly before November last year in 2022, I had probably what would be described as a mental breakdown, fell apart completely, which led to the ending of the business. Essentially, I just couldn't do it anymore. And when you have really good days mentally, it's easy to forget, but there's always something there in the back of your mind or something that triggers you, which just brings you straight back into the reality that you're still not quite back to where you were. For me, it's the challenges of family life. I've got two young kids, one nearly 3, one 4 months old. And, I don't mind admitting I find it incredibly hard balancing them, relationship with my wife, and also trying to establish 4 new businesses. One would probably be hard enough, but we're trying to do 4 at once here. So tough week. Hit some fairly deep lows, but I just take myself off, go into the garage, calm down, take some breaths if I'm struggling, get my dog, go out for a walk. Dogs are literally the best thing ever. They come over, they comfort you. You can take them for a walk. Not all sunshine and rainbows, but some really great progress made this week with the businesses. So let's get into it. So a few little wins straight off the bat. We've finally got the bank account set up. I've decided to go with Starling. The restaurants all used to run through HSBC. I don't particularly like HSBC, mainly because they're a big corporation and they don't really have time for the little guy, and there's no humanity in that level of banking. So we recently moved all of our personal banking to Starling, having seen a lot of good recommendations. I really like it so far. Opening a business bank account isn't what it was in 2015 when I first opened my business account. I literally went on to Santander, applied, got a bank account, happy days. Now they want proof that you're either qualified in the industry or, you have clients already, so you've got to send them signed agreements. Turns out for us, it was sat dormant for a month since we first applied, and all they wanted to see was a website. So I've quickly thrown together a landing page for Luna Solutions, and we've got the bank account, which is great because unfortunately in this world that we live in, you can't do much without a bank account, whether it's personal or business. So now that we've got it, we can start setting up things like the Etsy store for selling the digital prints, set up the Shopify account, ready to start selling the cookie slices, put the details on invoices that we send out to clients for web development and content creation. So lots of little things have a huge reliance on a bank account. So if you're thinking of starting a business, I would get on as one of the first things. Once you've incorporated your company, get the process going. I know from experience, people like HSBC, they want your inside leg, your waist, your mother's maiden name, what she does for a job. It's intense. The level of paperwork is intense for a business. So I get it, money laundering, etc., perfectly fine. But it is quite hard for a small business. So crack on with that. As I mentioned, we set up a landing page for Lunar Solutions. You can go and check it out, lunarsolutions.co.uk. Nothing special. So it's just purely to have that presence. And then once I'm more familiar with the web development side and I can build something I'm a bit more proud of, we'll start developing that. So on the content creation front, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, the _recovering_entrepreneur, you may have seen that I did like a little mock cocktail shoot, stroke product shoot in my kitchen. I will pop up a few of the photos on this video now, and also the little behind the scenes photo I took, so you can see exactly what it was that I was shooting in. Basically kitchen table, backgrounds held up on a clothes area, one light, and a reflecting board. So it's amazing what you can actually get in terms of a photo and some video with very little. Fortunately, it wasn't really the purpose of doing it, but the guys at Campfire Gin, Pudding Stone Distillery, Ben and Kate, I know them really well. They saw what I did, and they've actually asked me to create 5 reels for them in the same sort of style that I did with the gin martini. I'm so happy. Obviously, it's nice to get that sort of client work straight out of the gate, but as I mentioned on social media, I absolutely love Campfire Gin. Their Navy is my favourite, probably my favourite gin to drink anyway. You can't drink a lot of it, obviously. But yeah, I'm super proud to get the chance to work with them. That's early next month, so keep an eye out for what we produce there. So one thing I'm really lucky to have from hospitality is a little book of connections. So I'm actually off to the Espresso Lounge in Tring tomorrow, just to do some shoots, some video for my own personal portfolio, really. Aaron's been nice enough to let me sort of wander around and get in the way, so I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we'll get some really nice shots, create some really cool reels. So keep your eyes peeled sort of this week, later this week for that. I've got some new little toys as well, which I'm really excited to start using. The camera right now is sat on a new tripod, which actually has an extending arm, which allows me to do those sort of top down flat lay shots really nicely. Hey guys, I hope you're really enjoying these videos. I'm having great fun making them and learning all about video production as another string to my bow. If you are, please like them, share them, tell your friends, and please leave a comment down below. And thanks so much for your support so far. So another little toy I got myself, a new to me but a used lens. Obviously starting a business, money's not really there, so we got to do what we got to do. So found a really good supplier online, got to use lens. This one's quite a short focal range, so it'd be really good for those close-ups, getting in tight to the food and to the drinks. So this and the tripod will be coming with me on Wednesday to Crockers when I do the next content shoot there. Looking forward to it. The shoot list is long. I hope we can get everything done, but I'm really excited to get some new stylish shots and videos and get those out and see what you guys think. I knew that would happen. That was the chicken in the oven for lunch, so we're back. So the really big progress this week was with the Cookie Slice Company. Those of you that follow me on social media will have seen that I was testing the dough that we've selected for the cookies element of it, the 2 layers of cookie, top and bottom. It was the final test. It worked a treat. I'd rested the dough for 3 days, which I'd done a lot of research and found that it helps develop the texture, but more importantly the flavour. Really like a nice deep cookie flavour. So many times you go out and cookies just taste of absolutely nothing, which with my background doesn't fly, so I've had to put a lot of effort into making a really great tasting cookie. I've now got enough dough pre-rolled in paper in the fridge, resting now for 3 days to make all 5 flavours. So we've got the chocolate and cherries, we're going to do a lemon and meringue, we're going to do coffee and chocolate, banana and caramel, and the the first one that I tried, which went completely wrong, the sort of Eton Mess style, so strawberries, white chocolate and meringue. So what's the plan for this week then? Right, third week of January. We are obviously off to the Espresso Lounge tomorrow to get some content. Wednesday at Crockers. In between that, I'm going to have to find 2 days to study a bit more on the web development side. It's getting tricky now and it's starting to blow my mind a little bit, but I will get there. We're going to be looking at setting up the Shopify page initially as a landing page so we can collect emails and details for people that want to know more about the cookie slices and when they go live. We'll be doing some cheeky little discounts as well for those first customers, so might be worth keeping an eye on social media and heading over to the site when it's live and signing up and taking advantage of some of those deals. So thank you so much for watching another episode of The Recovering Entrepreneur. If you have anything that you want to hear about, anything you want to know around starting businesses or hospitality, that's my specialist area, please do leave a comment or a question below and I will get back to you. I'm new to this second episode. I'm trying to create as much sort of quality structure and give everyone something to take away from each video. But please do ask away and I'll do my best to sort that out. Other than that, have a great week. Hopefully I'll speak to some of you on social media. And yeah, see you next week.